Hi, I'm Bob Ryan. This is Globe 10.0. With me today is Chad Finn. You know, it was either Voltaire or Chad Finn who said it, I forget which one, said if Rex Ryan didn't exist, it would be necessary to invent him. And Rex Ryan is off and running this week, Chad, with this latest pronouncement, which is that he was outcoached by Bill Belichick back on December 6th, and that he needs to outcoach Bill Belichick in order for the team to win, and he's going to be up to that task. What do we make of all this from A to Z with Rex Ryan?
I can't make up my mind. I don't know how Voltaire feels about it, but I can't decide whether
we're going to have a seance.
Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. I can't decide whether he's trying to take the heat off Sanchez and his players by bringing it all to himself, or he just can't help himself.
That's a school of thought. Now, I wrote about this yesterday and saying that basically did not go down that route about he's trying to do this deliberately to take the heat off the players, because if it were almost anybody else, I would buy that theory. Right. But I think the track record of Rex Ryan suggests that this is just a complete normal behavior pattern of his, and it might be allied to a degree with taking some heat off Sanchez or the players, but really it's just Rex being Rex, for which, hey, fine. I mean, but the point is, it's going to have no effect on if he thinks there's any effect on Bill Belichick. We know that that's not possible.
It's as if whatever thought goes through his head immediately comes out of his mouth. But the Brady stuff is still a little bit surprising, that he keeps going back to the Manning angle.
I mean, he's knocking Tom Brady because he went to see the play Lombardi rather than watching the games the other day and all that stuff. I mean, he just can't resist with this thing. And once again, as he thinks he's going to get the Brady, I think he's making a mistake. I just think he enjoys this stuff for its own sake. I'm sorry, I am categorically rejecting the idea that this is solely about trying to shield his team from criticism and pressure and take it all on himself. I just don't think that's it with him. I just think he cannot avoid the spotlight.
Do you think there's any percentage of it that is out, like 2%?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe even 10, maybe 15. But I don't think that's the preponderance of it. And anybody else I'd buy. All right, let's talk about what happened that day in the sixth in terms of the coaching thing. I think he's right. The team clearly was flat, not ready, and Belichick had those guys completely primed and ready. But I think that was a Murphy's Law game for the Jets that night. I just think it was just absolutely a game, and everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. And I don't think, and he was outcoached, sure, but they were just outplayed. Period.
The one thing that sticks out in my mind is Braylon Edwards and, to a lesser degree, Santonio Holmes just couldn't catch the ball. They couldn't catch the ball, and it snowballed from there, and suddenly it's a 42-point deficit. All
right, well, you know what? We're not going to get this resolved. If people want to believe that Rex Ryan does this for a purpose and he's not just being Rex Ryan because he can't help himself, that's fine. But I'm siding on that one. I just think that's Rex being Rex. And by the way, as a writer, I'm so glad he's around.